Hello, moms. So, today I want to talk to you about how do we actually start changing our habits? How do we change our mindset? How do we change our life, our entire lifestyle? How do we actually start implementing the things that we want to get better at, we want to fix, we want to alter? And the most simple way to think about this first is you need to find somebody that you respect, somebody that you look up to, somebody that you admire, somebody that you quote unquote wish you could be like. Oftentimes this is going to be a celebrity. For guys, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson is a very good example. For women, I don't know a whole lot because I'm a guy, but I know celebrities, music artists, a lot of them are looked up to. And if you imagine that person, you have to ask yourself, how do they operate? What do they think about? How do they view life? What's up, Michelle? And if you can start to imagine those things, you can usually find this information out online when it comes to celebrities and famous people. You can find out what their routine is. You can find out what their habits are. You can find out if they exercise. You can find out if they're vegan or, if they only eat meat or whatever. And you can start to identify and start to pick out and notice common patterns, common behaviors. What are some of the things that a lot of successful people do? Well, they usually exercise and take care of their health. They usually spend some amount of time every single day doing a form of meditation, mental reflection. Most of them spend a part of their day sitting down and planning out what they're going to do every day, every morning, or for the rest of the week, or what their goals are for the month. There's a lot of similar common denominators and habits and routines and things that successful people do. So if you can find somebody to use as your example, it can start to give you a list of ideas, of habits, of behaviors, of different traits that these people are like, and you can start to write them down. You can start to keep track of them. They wake up early every morning. They have their meals planned ahead of time. They do some mental reflection and meditation. They exercise. And you write out this big list. And so now we're gonna take this person that you're using as an example. We're gonna take our list and we're gonna compare it to who we currently are. I always talk about you have to figure out who you currently are and then who you want to become. Well, we're gonna use this good example, this celebrity, this successful person, as our temporary person that we want to become. And we're going to start to compare and contrast the differences. But we're going to do it by focusing on 3 categories only. And you've heard me talk about these categories before. Category number 1 is going to be your exercise. Where are you currently at with your exercise? And then we're going to compare that to the most successful person that you can think of. I know for a fact that The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, exercises 6 days a week. Sometimes he does 7, but never fails 6 days a week. So if I aspire to be more like The Rock, I need to make sure that I am exercising at least 6 days a week. That's just a really basic example. So where are you currently at with your exercise? Where do you want to be with your exercise? The second category is going to be with your nutrition, with your dieting, whatever you want to label it as. Where are you currently at with your nutrition? Do you plan ahead? Do you plan your meals? Do you plan the week out in advance? Do you write out a grocery list? Or do you just eat whatever the hell you want to? Do you just kind of pick and choose on the fly and try to figure something out real quick every single day? Are you rushing yourself with your eating? Is there a plan at all? Do you track your food? Does the person that you want to be like, is your example, how do they operate? I know for a fact that The Rock, again, I'm going to keep going back to this because it's the only example that I have to use for myself anyway. He eats 5 meals a day, sometimes more. And that's in order to make sure that he's, building muscle, gaining weight, that kind of thing. What type of nutrition habits, what type of nutrition mindset do you need to adopt in order to become that best version, that good example? Now, the third category is going to relate more to the mindset. What are your current habits, both good and bad? What do you currently think about yourself? Are you a negative person or are you a positive person? When you look at yourself in the mirror, do you love yourself? Do you hate yourself? Do you even look in the mirror? Do you avoid mirrors? Do you have high self-confidence, low self-confidence, high self-esteem, low self-esteem? Do you talk bad about yourself? Do you talk down to yourself? Or are you your biggest fan? I guarantee you, the most successful people in life have a good mental routine where they meditate, they have self-reflection time, they have positive affirmations where they look themselves in the mirror and they tell themselves what they love about life, what they love about themselves, what they're good at. And if you can start to simply focus on those 3 categories, your exercise, your nutrition, and your mindset, where are you currently at in those 3 categories? And then, where do you want to be? Where do you need to be in order to become the person that you want to become? It's that simple. It really is. It is that simple. If you connect the dots, what's up, Sandra? If you've got your good example, you've got this list of habits that you know are good habits, you know are successful things to do in life. If you know what those are, you can write them down, and then you can compare where you currently are to that list. And then connect the dots on how to start making those changes to go from where you're currently at to this new person. If you don't exercise 5 days a week and you only do 3, pretty easy. Add 2 more days. If you don't currently plan your meals ahead of time, pretty simple. Start with 1 day. Pick 1 day where you're going to plan your meals out ahead of time. And then tomorrow, maybe you do 2 days. Next week, maybe you try 3 days. But you got to start somewhere. And with your mindset, I say it time and time again, you need to be spending at least 5 minutes. You can give yourself 5 minutes every day at the end of the day simply to reflect and think about what happened. Did you have a good day? Did you have a bad day? What were your wins? What were your losses? What can you do better tomorrow? If you can start to focus on those 3 things, this is how you actually change your habits. This is how you change your mindset. This is how you change your behavior. This is how you change who you have to be. You have to take action. It is an active process. It is a daily process where you have to constantly work at it. It's not something where you just wake up one day and think, I'm going to be this new person. That's not how it works. You have to come up with a game plan. You have to take action steps. You have to actually sit down and think about where you want to be and where you're currently at and how to get there. Hopefully that makes sense. If you want to chat more about it, if you find you struggle with this kind of thing, please comment on the video below, send me a message. I will be more than happy to walk you through it, help you figure out your 3 categories, where you're at, where you need to be, and how we can get you there. See you.